everybody. Thank you so much for coming back and seeing me and Desi today. I missed you this week. And you know what? Today, I'm doing a video that is so unusual for me. I'm going through beauty hacks and I'm going through some things I use to clean my home and to make my house kind of nice. And I'm working with HSN for a little bit today because I have 4 products that I bought from HSN that I love. And I want to show you why I love them and how I use them. And the last time I did this, you really liked it, so I want to do it again. In April, HSN is having some sales for us, so I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to show you an item, and then down below it will be linked so you can get in on the deals if you like what I'm showing you. I got a message from someone that said, you haven't done a video about your beauty hacks in years. Okay, well, maybe. And she wanted to know, what do I do with my hair? What do I do with my skin? What are some of the hacks about my neck and how I just go through trying to look my best. And, makeup and that kind of stuff. So I thought, well, I'm going to do that today. Today, I'm going to share my very 5 favorite beauty hacks. And so I think we're really going to have some fun. And at the end of the video, I did want to mention something a little bit serious that happened last week. So I'm so glad you're here. Let's go vacuum my house. You want to do that? Well, maybe not, but yeah, we're gonna. I'm one of those people that really enjoy dusting and I enjoy vacuuming, but never in my life have I ever been able to pick up my vacuum and take it anywhere I want and clean up the floor, the kitchen, the dining room, maybe my sunroom, my car. I've never been able to do that. I've always been tethered to a cord. This is my Shark Cordless Pro. And, one thing, because I live alone, is when a vacuum comes, I'm so afraid I won't be able to put it together. And this one had 2 parts that snapped together and I was good to go. All I had to do was charge the unit and I was off to the races, and it picks up like you would not believe. My daughter-in-law bought one, and the ease of it is so amazing. I can take it anywhere. The suction is incredible. The vacuum comes with 2 attachments. You can get more. So you can actually tackle anything, but I just can't drive home this point enough. I thought a cordless vacuum would be a nightmare because it wouldn't have the power, but it does. It does have the power. So if you have that place in your house, oh gosh, there's no outlets there. How am I going to vacuum? I mean, a real push vacuum without needing electricity. It's just heaven. I have never had a vacuum that wasn't tethered to a cord and an outlet in the wall. So this is pretty exciting to me, but it's all for nothing if it's not going to pick up these dried hydrangeas that are all over my floor in the dining room. So I guess we'll give it a shot. A cordless vacuum is the way to go. 40 minutes of run time. Who wants to vacuum for 40 minutes? Self-cleaning. It is fantastic, and it captures 99.9 of dust and allergens. How about that? Are you having fun today in the sun? It's still a little chilly, but it's not too bad. It's 60 degrees today. Look at all those forget-me-nots. I want to be honest with you. I'm probably going to tighten up my belt this year. And I rarely splurge, but when it comes to my health, really, the sky is the limit. That's how I look at it right now. That's the most important thing to me is I want to be healthy. I want I want to have the next 20 years be quality years. And I was having a lot of allergies and some lung congestion. And so I talked to my doctor about it, and he mentioned an air purifier. And I thought, really? I never had one of those. My friends had an air purifier, and it was really huge and ugly, and they had it in their living room, and it was brown. And I just thought, oh, well, their air smelled great, but it just looked terrible. Anyway, long story short, too late, I bought this. Look how cute this is. It's very, very retro. This is an air purifier. I'll put the details down below. This is so quiet, and it has different speeds, and it helps with allergies, with pet dander. It helps with any type of odor you might have in your house. You might be thinking, oh yeah, I'll buy an air purifier and I won't notice the difference. Yes, you will. I couldn't believe it. I can't believe that I am this age and never had an air purifier before and never understood how important they are for my health. But when I walk through my house now, it's like fresh air, but better than when I walk outside and I take a deep breath. This is truly filtered fresh air, and it makes me so happy. Everything has improved. My dry eye, my sore throat, my lungs are just, they're clear now. And I have this tucked away in my bedroom. Oh, I got to stop talking about it, but it really is so far my favorite item of the year. That taking in a deep breath and just feeling I can think better because I'm getting more oxygen. And I love that. I don't know why I didn't jump on this before. I just didn't know anything about it. I just thought it was a gimmick, and it's not. It's tucked away in my bedroom. Nobody would even notice it. Look how cute it is. And yet it is so powerful. I cannot begin to tell you. If you're an older woman and you go on YouTube, there are 1.5 million videos on how to look younger, how to get rid of that sagging, and how to get rid of your wrinkles. And, heaven forbid, you might have a line on your face. Anyway, I just think it's all just so silly, but it actually is all so simple, isn't it? One of the biggest things is we need to exfoliate. Getting that dead layer of skin off of my face is very important to me. I exfoliate every day with a glycolic cleanser, and that helps me so much. It brightens me up, and I think it helps my wrinkles not look so deep. But 2, 3, 4 times a month, I will use a professional peel. And this is the one that I get from HSN. This is Exfoliate by Kate Somersville. And this is the one. I'll show you what it looks like on. And it ain't pretty, but it's like a mud mask. And the reason this peel is so effective and why I love it, it's a physical peel that helps us slough off that dead skin, but it's also a chemical peel. That's why you can't leave it on your face for more than 2 minutes. What I love about this is that if you don't have a lot of time, and I don't know how many times women say, I don't have time for all that beauty crap. Well, you got 2 minutes, right? And then you're going to spend about 1.5 minutes taking it off your face. But I'm telling you, after you use that. Now, the first time I did this peel, well, I knew it was powerful, but I really thought, I don't get, what's all the fuss? What's the difference? The second time I used it, and I noticed my forehead it looked like glass. And I loved that. My face was just so exfoliated. I had fresh, pink, new skin. And at 70, I love that. So I just wanted to show you what this looks like on. It's on sale this month at HSN. I love it. I would not be without it. This is amazing. This is like a professional peel. It's incredible. Aren't I attractive? I like to answer the door for my date looking just like this. It is dramatic. You don't want to keep this on your skin for more than 2 minutes. A special occasion, you might want to use this professional peel. Put it on your face for 2 minutes, wash it off, and then put your primer on and your makeup, and then you're off to the races. When you walk into the party, your skin will look fantastic. The older I get, the less makeup I use, and you want something that's going to look really natural, but you also want to cover up some flaws. And it's not even so much for vanity, but when you're talking to someone and they're staring at your deep blue dark circles, I mean, it gets a little frustrating. So I used to use the Tarte Shape Tape, and it was, a little out of my budget range, and I don't know, the liquid was a little hard for me to work with, but I do want to show you. Shape Tape from Tarte is now in a stick, and I really like it. And it's amazing that once you put it somewhere, it stays. The thing I love about it the most is it seems to brighten up underneath my eyes. Besides covering up all the flaws and the dark circles. But yeah, I really am enjoying this very much. Something about reading about brave people makes me want to be brave too. What I love to do, and hairdressers tell me not to do this, I have to qualify this, is a few times a week, if my hair is looking ragged or feeling dry, I'm going to get out coconut oil and I am going to rub it into my hands and rub it on my scalp and rub it into my hair and then go to sleep. And then the next day when I go to wash my hair is just kind of perky and it looks younger and it's more manageable and it's not as frizzy. Speaking of frizzy, when I'm in the shower washing my hair, no matter what shampoo I'm using, I will use the very best hair mask, but I don't use it as a hair mask. I use it as a conditioner. So just a little bit of the hair mask, rub it into my hands, and then comb it through my hair in the shower with my fingers. And I don't have 10, 15 minutes for a hair mask every day, but I do have the minute in the shower to leave that hair mask on. And so I use it as a conditioner. And it works. I love it. I don't buy conditioners. I just have my fantastic hair mask. And I think I use the best one in the world. As far as frizz goes, I have problems with frizz, and I spent a fortune on, some of these creams. It's $70 for the jar of cream that when you put it on your hair, when your hair is wet, it just goes into waves. Yeah, well, that never worked for me ever. I use everything anti-frizz, and it all comes from the drugstore. I have anti-frizz cream that I love, doesn't bog down my hair. I use anti-frizz hairspray, which I think is absolutely fabulous. And then for my hair, for coloring, I always use like an anti-frizz type color renewal type product. So I think that's fantastic. So they're all affordable, they're all drugstore, but they work for me. I think the one thing that has aged me is my hair, and my hair can be very frizzy. And I've tried a lot of products and none of them have worked. But this John Frieda line that I can get at the drugstore or on Amazon, this works for me. So with the coconut oil and the Basu, I use this Basu hair mask as a conditioner and a mask. I love my blonde highlights and I like them to stay blonde. And this John Frieda Violet Crush is a wonderful purple shampoo that will keep your blonde between salon visits. And this hairspray, this no frizz hairspray, absolutely the best I've ever used. There are certain things that give away our age, right? Sort of dull teeth, and then our eyeballs aren't as white as they used to be, and sometimes they can be downright scary, very, very red. So I use just a whitening pen because, like I said, I don't have any patience for the white strips or the professional whitening kits, although I probably should do that this summer. But I just use a very inexpensive whitening pen, and I love that. And for my eyes, I just use the whitening drops that everybody else is using, and it works. I love it. It doesn't seem harmful to my eyes at all. So my teeth and my eyeballs are kind of on track with perhaps a younger woman, and I like that. It's not so much that I want to look younger. That's not it. I just want to look my best. One thing I've changed about my clothing is I do try to dress in very vibrant colors. Everything used to be black, but now I try to branch out with more colorful clothes, but more tailored clothes. I never met a blazer I didn't like. And you can be having kind of a bad hair day, and maybe you've got some old jeans on and your loafers. You put on a blazer with a dramatic shirt and you look so sophisticated and so put together. No woman on earth can look bad in a blazer. It's not possible. It's not. I guarantee you it's not possible. The last beauty hack that I wanted to share with you was for my neck and for my under eye. And I do use an eye cream underneath my eye that I think has helped me with my crow's feet. And I also use that on my neck. But to top it off at night, I always use black castor oil. And I get, kind of a generous portion on my fingers. And I will tap that underneath my eyes. And then I will tap it into my neck. There's something about black castor oil that has always helped my hair, underneath my eyes especially. I have seen so many content creators on YouTube, honestly, talk about what a game changer castor oil is, black castor oil. When you put that underneath your eyes, it brightens you up, and it really does help, and especially with your neck. So those are my hacks. I hope you found something in something I said that might, I don't know, get you interested in trying something new. Yeah, we want to look our best. Everybody has a beauty hack, but younger doesn't mean better. All we want to do is feel the best we can and look the best we can for as long as we can. And some of these hacks are just plain fun. None of them are expensive, and that's the best part. You got your green bow tie on? What you doing? You want to say hi to the ladies? They love you so much. They were kind of mad at me last week because you weren't in the video very much. Well, you're busy, aren't you? You're busy. Look at that face. I love reading your comments. It's such an honor to learn about your life. But something has come up in the comments lately, and more I am reading about so many of you that are taking care of a parent with dementia, or you're taking care of a daughter or a son that's been in an accident. So you're doing it. Your big heart is shining through, but you're finding it hard to find perhaps time for yourself. And you tell me that you like to come here on Saturday nights or Sunday mornings just to take a little break from the stress. This lovely lady who is in her 70s is taking care of her mother who is 91. And she loves her mother dearly and does not want to put her in a nursing home. And we know that the way it goes right now, there's no funding for assisted living. Either you can live at home and be independent, or you're in a nursing home. There's no in between, unless you have a daughter or a son that is willing to step up, or a relative. So I'm reading this, and I wanted to make sure, with knowing everybody's heart here. I mean, we ladies have come together, and we have found each other, and we are just walking each other home. And we are the kindest, most loving bunch of ladies I've ever known, and men that I've ever run across in my life. So with Easter coming up, what I wanted to ask is, if you are one of these lovely ladies or men that is taking care of a parent that has dementia or has an illness, or you're taking care of a child that has an illness, please drop a comment down below so we can wish you well, so we can tell you that we think what you're doing is wonderful, but we want to remind you that we're praying for you, and that we hope that you are finding a little bit of special time just for you, that you are indulging in some type of special care, that you are asking perhaps help from another family member or from a neighbor. You're so special, and your heart is so big, and I just wanted to make sure that you knew we were thinking about you, and you're not alone. And we wish you all the best in the whole world, and we are sending you our absolute love. And one of the side effects of this channel is that we become more aware of what others are going through, and we don't feel so alone.
Somewhere along the way, somehow we ended up at a crossroad, and we got lost.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this summer.
Somewhere
Hopefully it will be happy.
Left, while I turn the other way, and you got lost.
What's going on with your what's going on with your bow tie? Hey everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I just loved it. And I hope you enjoyed some of the hacks, and I wanted to thank HSN for allowing me and others to have sort of luxury items at affordable prices. Please have yourself a wonderful, happy, safe, brand new week. And when you're done with your week, come back and see me and Desi, all right? All right, it's a deal. We'll be here.
Even if the road ahead is long and winding, even if the road behind us left you crying, even if the tears come streaming down your face,
shot. Hit me with your best shot. Fire!